What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Major Money. And you can see with us, we have the return of Ross. It's been tough scheduling conflicts, but we are starting to get back to our normal Major Money. And you're like, hey, Ross typically comes on Friday. Well, we want to do something special. Make sure we get another episode in. So, Ross is here with us today for the NBA slate. All of our picks are in the NBA, and that's a good time because I don't think everyone gets this offer, but they randomly give out like boost and free plays. I know I received a 25% payout boost for a NBA specific, and I'm sure a lot of y'all did as well. So we're doing picks that we are playing. All three of my picks are exactly what I played in this. So we'll hopefully turn my 5x to a 1.25 greater than that. So 6.25%, free money. If I win, I get paid more. That's all that matters, right? So
Exactly.
remember, though, not only do you get these like nice little bonuses and free plays occasionally, new member offer, play $5, get $50 instantly when you sign up with the code 5. Me and Ross both tweet out our picks after, and we include a link where all you got to do is click that link. You don't even have to remember that code. Just look out for our links. Ross, you can see his Twitter handle right there, Ross_Brown. And then mine, you just add an underscore in between my name, Major_Passes. We keep it easy on you, unlike some other people in 5 Reasons Sports Network where they got 15 different letters and numbers in there. We keep it very, very easy and clean. So last thing I want to mention, we are doing a Super Bowl show shortly after this. Talk about wide receivers and tight ends specifically. 5 reasons we are doing a show every single day on a different little category. Today is wide receivers and tight ends. And you still got time to use that free square for Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So watch that show in a little bit later. I think we're estimating to go to around 7:30. We will be talking about our favorite wide receiver and tight ends. Me and Ross will both also be on that one. So we're doing double duty today, giving you out even more picks. But without further ado, Ross, with your return to Major Money, what is your first pick? That's got to be a lock. You can't start us off with a loser. What's your first pick?
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like this has to go over. I'm going Kyrie Irving's fantasy score. It's 38.5 right now. Obviously, he doesn't have Luka to be out there facilitating and a guy that's going to take a lot of points away. And he's playing Boston. And we know when Kyrie plays Boston, he always has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. So I feel like this is one of those games where, again, Kyrie doesn't have Anthony Davis. There's a lot of guys out. I think PJ Washington's out. Derek Lively's out. So there's a lot of guys out for Dallas. And, like, this just screams over because just the beef with Kyrie and Boston. Like, I know they're not in Boston, but, like, this is the game where they're going to go and he's just going to go absolutely cook.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's got to be Irving or nothing right now for them. I mean, they made the big trade. They traded away Luka Doncic. Still can't fathom that actually happened. And they got back Anthony Davis, great player, obviously. But like you mentioned, he's not playing and a lot of other people aren't playing. Kyrie Irving has been trying to put them on his back. I mean, he could go nuclear today. Kyrie's still Kyrie. But it's funny. When you sent me this pick, I think kind of your reasoning goes along with my pick. I have another Dallas pick. It's Gafford, though, because he's like the only center they have, it feels like. Forward, center, Lively broke his ankle. As you mentioned, we just talked about Anthony Davis not playing. Someone's got to do this, right? Someone's got to be out there. Gafford, it is 15. He's hit 12, 16, 22, 18, 19. Boston's a good team, but also I'm not worried about Boston like trying to stop Gafford. I think he can get a good rebounding game. I think he can have a lot of putbacks, some lobs there. We could partner together here. Kyrie Irving throws some lobs to Gafford. So let's continue that. That would be absolutely incredible. We both hit. I just really think Gafford's going to clean up a lot of points. He's not really a guy I put in my head that's like a big score, but he's been very consistent around this number, just doing his job, especially as of late, without Lively, without Anthony Davis. I think that continues. So with that, what is your next prop?
Yeah. So, I mean, again, like I feel like we're just riding the Dallas train, but like this one has a little bit of a different feel. Max Christie. It's his debut, and he has hit this line. It's 9 points. He's hit this over and 4 of the last 5, and that's when he was playing, obviously, with the Lakers. Again, there are so many people out for Dallas. Like it's kind of to the point where it might even get to a blowout, and Max Christie is one of those guys who's actually going to get minutes in those blowouts. Anthony Davis out, Caleb Martin technically on that team out, PJ Washington out, Dwight Powell, Derek Lively. Like there's a lot of people out. And Max Christie's, is his debut. When guys go in their debut, it's a new feel, a little bit of anxiety. You go out there, you want to, impress the Twitter people because, if you have a bad game, you're going to go right on Twitter and everyone's going to be upset. Why did we trade for him? All this stuff. So I love his over. I mean, he could get to double digits. He's a decent 3-point shooter. And I feel like, again, playing Boston, the anxiety is there. Everybody's, they know what's at stake. You're playing one of the better teams in the league. Debut, I think everything just lines up for this over to hit.
My mic just muted me and a screen went out. It's not a major money with Ross if something does not go wrong for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that continues. But I'm like all of our plays are very similar. And I'm going with a former teammate of Max Christie on the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm going with Rui. Someone's got to score. Rui is like, he now no longer has Connect, no longer has some other players, Max Christie taking his time, like no longer has Anthony Davis. They traded for, was it Mark Williams? They traded for a starting center, but that was today. He's not going to play. Like Rui's, he's primed for a really good game, and him hitting 16 even, all year was not crazy. Like, so I really like this. I almost played his like total, but I think points is going to be the most consistent thing. He can score in numerous ways. He's a big body. He's playing Golden State. Golden State made a trade too. They lose their arguably best defender, which I would say at this point in everyone's career on that team, their best defender in Andrew Wiggins. He is now a Miami Heat legend. So they don't have Jimmy Butler suiting up right now. Really, I think he's primed for a pretty big game right here. I think the matchup kind of goes with him perfectly. So I'm not worried about the matchup. I'm not worried about anything like that. I think Rui could have a pretty huge game in 25 points even I could see happening, depending on how the game shakes up. So that is my second prop. So like I said, we're kind of very similar today. A lot of same line of thinking, which hopefully that's a good thing, right? What's your third and final prop today?
All right, so I'm going with a big man, late night game, Domantas Sabonis, over points, rebounds, and assists. And again, another one of their teams, they had a bunch of trades. And I don't know if Zach LaVine's playing. I didn't see him on the injury report, so I'm assuming he's going to be able to go out there and play. But, like, it's a new feel. And I know Portland has been on fire. I think it was like 9 of the last 10 they've won or something.
Yeah, they've been
crazy. I get it. Like, I get it, but it's Portland. Like, there has to be a point where it just stops, and it's going to be a closer game. Again, I know they're in Portland, so I know, like, the spread's only 1.5 for the Kings right now, but, like, it's Domantas Sabonis. This guy is a stat sheet stuffer, double-double leader, I think, in the league this year. And, I mean, if Zach LaVine does play, he is going to chuck up a bunch of shots, and Sabonis is going to have to clean them up. So, Sabonis, I feel like, is the only consistent guy that'll be there tonight. I know that you're going to have DeRozan out there doing his thing. But, like, it's just Domantas Sabonis, man. I feel like this is his game to go out. And, I mean, Donovan Clingan doesn't really move me as a defender, so I think that he'll get cooked if he's out there. And then whatever centers, Robert Williams or whoever else actually plays for Portland, I'm definitely going with Sabonis his over for sure.
I almost went with a Sabonis prop too. I was close. I didn't do it. But I almost went with Ayton prop, and then flashback to Tuesday when Ayton cost me like 2 or 3 of my plays because he got in foul trouble, and then it was a blowout, and he did not play a lot at all. So then I was upset about that. I was like, man, I got to find someone else. But once again, we're very similar thinking in these games. trade deadline, no one knows what's going to happen here.
Mhm.
Like, teams are different and everything. I'm, like you said, Sabonis is a guy you can rely on. I'm going with, like, Mr. Reliable right here from the center position, Nikola Jokic. And this has been up and down. It is literally moved up. How long have we been live? 10 minutes. I literally checked right before we got on, and it was at 9.5. So I'm still taking it at 10. But I would love that half, right? Because now I just need him to get 10 to win. Now I need him to get 10 to push. Very big difference there. So when I did submit my payout boost, I did get 9.5. So his assist, he's playing Orlando. Orlando is a big team, but I think this is a team where Jokic can really pick apart with the passing. If they try to stop him from scoring, I mean, Jokic is so great. You're not going to be able to stop him from everything, right? He is the best passer from the center position. He's one of the best passers of all time, not just for a center, just players. He will jaw-dropping assist here, but he's not been, as consistent as we've seen him in the past in his stat sheets at times, especially rebounding. But assist, he's been a little bit more consistent at that. I mean, the guy it's kind of like LeBron James in the sense of he's a great scorer. He's a good rebounder. He does everything. But, like, even though LeBron's the number one scorer of all time, what do people think when they think of LeBron? Passing. Mm-hmm. Jokic, great at everything else. But, like, the first thing that comes to my head is passing. And so I'm going to lean on that skill more than anything, especially in this matchup where I could see them trying to throw a lot of length, a lot of size, being physical, and then him just picking him apart off Brown cuts. Murray, he's got to step up. You got Michael Porter Jr., who's still there, the flamethrower. Aaron Gordon doing those dunker spot cuts. There's a lot of ways I really like this. So I'm going Nikola Jokic over 10 assists. So our 6 picks today, Kyrie Irving, 38.5 fantasy score. Ross is going over. I'm taking his teammate, Daniel Gafford, 15 points. I'm going over. We're doing another Dallas. It has, like, never happened in major money history where we have 3 people on the same team. Max Christie, over 9 points. That is a big game against Boston. So we're expecting these guys to put up stat lines against one of the best teams in the league. I'm going Rui Hachimura, over 15.5 points against Golden State Warriors. And then Ross for his final pick, Domantas Sabonis, the double-double machine himself, very underrated center. 37.5 points, rebounds, assists, going over against Portland. And then one of the greatest players of all time is going to round out me, Nikola Jokic, over 10 assists. Pair all those together. I mean, look at this. If you even want to play it safe with the flex, we got 25x for the 6. And if we miss one, you still get 2x. But, man, that power play at 37.5, that's pretty good. That is pretty good if I say so myself. If you have that boost also, that 25% boost, hey, we're eating good tonight. So that's our hope. Fingers crossed. We go 6 for 6. Not easy, but that's the goal, right? Remember, when y'all play these, you sign up, use the code 5, new member offer. Use the code 5, play $5, get $50 instantly. You can also pair any of these with the Patrick Mahomes free square. In about 20 minutes or so, we're having our Super Bowl for wide receivers and tight ends, our Super Bowl prize pick show. So come back and see us for that. And we will steal some money from PrizePicks tonight. We'll have a great night watching some sports. We'll see y'all in 20 short minutes. Y'all have a good night.